The service features on the new Dodge Rampage are similar, from about here forward to those found on the Dodge 024. But that's where the similarity ends. Whenever you replace the shocks, don't replace them with air shocks or shocks with helper springs, because they will cancel out the function of the height-sensing brake proportioning valve. The proportioning valve minimizes the possibility of rear wheel lockup by sensing the vehicle's load at all times. When the vehicle is under a light payload braking situation, the valve allows enough brake line pressure to reach the rear brakes, bringing the truck to a sure stop. As the payload increases, the valve permits a higher line pressure to compensate for the load during brake applications. The proportioning valve constantly maintains a balanced braking effort between the front and rear brakes. However, if rear wheel lockup is encountered, make sure, before you start diagnosing the valve's operation, that the valve is properly adjusted according to the procedure in your service manual. If the adjustment procedure checks OK, remove the spring to begin the valve diagnosis. With the brake line removed, install the adapter T-fitting from a special tool kit into the valve's inlet port. Then, reconnect the brake line. Also, thread a pressure gauge into the same adapter. Now, connect the elbow fitting and gauge to the outlet port of the valve. After pressure bleeding the rear brake system, have your assistant press the brake pedal 1 complete stroke. The inlet gauge should read 1,000 psi. The outlet should range between 530 and 770. However, if the height-sensing valve is out of specification, replace the valve and pressure bleed both rear brakes. Adjust the new valve by loosening the upper and lower nuts on the spring adjusting bracket. Then, bottom out the valve's lever and move the adjusting bracket until all the free play has been removed from the spring. To temporarily hold the bracket in position, tighten the lower adjusting nut and then mark its position. Now loosen the nut to move the top of the adjusting bracket rearward, so that the lower nut is 1/8 of an inch away from its previously marked position. While being careful not to move the bracket from its new location, retighten the lower and upper adjusting nuts to 250 inch-pounds of torque.